first. Please accelerate a lot.
I'm going to try, okay?
See what the drivers in the cars here are
Holy
going to want
shit!
to do.
You see how fast the pace car got out of there?
Oh my god.
Oh god! What is going on?
Oh my gosh, we've got a big accident here on the...
Go ahead and... Oh
Yep.
god!
Oh no, we've got drivers upside down.
Is that a survivable thing?
I don't know that it... Well, they've had the Halo, these cars. Conan coming up on yet another driver he doesn't respect.
Careful, you're gonna psych Potato Lobster out there.
Caution,
Which are famously, of course,
free
famous
right over brow
two-wheel drive
into 3+
cars.
left,
Oh no.
Oh no!
onto gravel.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
That was my bad.
To the forbidden zone.
We might wind up back on the road.
Hey, we are. Look to your right.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
Yeah, we're on the gravel.
Wait, what?
But they're back up.
Yeah.
Holy crap, they're still moving!
How is the car? Is it drivable?
So, route 35 righty over cliff
Oh,
and
holy crap.
minus left
They're gonna
50,
go for it.
Right take don't. And
Oh, it.
So the Legends cars are our rear-wheel drive, which means that as they transfer weight, they are gaining grip, and obviously the TCR cars are front.
and then there's this. Oh, the car's like popping into existence in the back there.
max crest 50.
Yeah! All right. Now 629.
629.39 with a massive accident.
So completed a little Pirowinsky.
Yeah.
Moving on. The path for Space Beauties is somewhat more complicated.
We should put him on ice.
Space Beauties needs to invent time travel so he can go back to the beginning of the season to do better, preferably all the way back to when the dinosaurs raced go-karts.
You just had fun with AI for this one.
Sir,
Oh.
sir.
No.
Well, now you know why they put roll cages in convertibles.
Thank you so much for having us.
This is,
Hey.
hold on, sorry, we gave you the Here. Oh, how did he get the pace on that? Is that Yelmo?
That looks like Yelmo.
Holy shit.
He must have had a hell of an exit on turn 7 there. But offside is not giving it up.
Oh,
Oh no, he doesn't lift.
Offside. Oh, that's pretty. That's real pretty.
Let's go to the.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's good. Bonk.
bring me the dirigible camera.
He actually might
Not a
hold
Kyle
it
has
down.
something to do with it.
He's within spitting distance.
Pretty aggressive.
Oh!
There's been
There's your shot, buddy.
And Space Ponies keep it together. Oh, he's not giving it up
There's
like
no way
that.
I can take it.
Wow.
It's a great question. Would you like to see him enter the Brundle? That is what the turn is called.
It's not called the Brundle, it's called Brundle. If you put a the in front of it, it becomes something else entirely.
There's only one of them. Tonight on Tonight We Race, but unlike previous nights, we race right the hell now because it's happening. Boop. Oops, I think I jostled the scenes there too quickly. We've got, welcome to the InVEEtational of August, where our drivers are racing for actual iRacing bucks here in the secret underground racing laboratory. And we have a wide variety of local and remote drivers here this evening, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. And the reason we're not going right into the slide deck is due to a number of technical circumstances beyond my or anyone else's control. The race is basically starting right the F now, and so we are going to go ahead and
Does this count for a
spectate
click
in
a moment?
here. I see that we've got
Not
one
in
driver
season, I
remaining
guess.
out there on the field trying to get a
It's not
quali
in
in
season,
there.
but it's still funny to say it.
Yeah.
See if we can go ahead and get up close and personal there. Give me a cockpit camera. There we go.
No, I go down to third.
Notably,
I go down
the
to
front
third as well.
desk staff is
I don't
just
brake, I
Merritt
just
tonight,
shift down
and
to
so I apologize up front for any lapses in broadcasting discipline, language, or camera control. We built this to be runnable by 3 people, and those other 2 people are doing something very important tonight that is not
I have
this.
no idea how to start this thing.
There we go. I do believe that we have exited
Match
the
the
quali
clutch
session,
in.
and we'll
Throttle
talk
all
about
the
what
way
we're doing
down.
once the race is
Let
underway
clutch
here.
out.
If you haven't figured it out by now, it's Formula V's on Lime Rock, and we are going to come
I don't know if
into.
you see your time compared to
That's
me,
not
man, but
Pod
we
1.
are
Is that Pod 1? That is
200
Pod 1.
off.
Pod 1, where we are being asked to grid up.
Oh, and there's rain in
Pod
there.
2 is
Hell
on
yeah.
grid.
Yeah.
Pod 3 is on
Sorry.
grid. Pod 4 is on grid.
Well, guess what? No rain tires in this car too.
I mean, these are basically rain tires.
No.
We're gonna
These
watch
are
this
the
from-
the radials.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Where the hell is the blimp? I do
First
get a
of all, you
blimp,
need to
right?
Finish half your Pepsi.
I see a
Let's do the chopper. Chopper makes more sense here.
precipitation of like 1%, so I'm not too worried.
yeah, I'm not worried either.
Standing start
If it
in the
did rain,
morning
yeah,
on
yeah,
Lime
fine.
Rock.
If it doesn't rain,
What could
aw,
possibly go
Is this
wrong?
pace car or just straight into it?
straight into it.
Into it.
Standing start.
Didn't even check on their qualifying
I, for one,
positions.
welcome
How
our
did the
rain
qualifier
overlords as an
end?
excuse for why I'm in the grass this time.
Looks like
tires, full
Vlad Tokarev,
like these I
Casey
wish
Knight,
I had.
and Joseph
someone
Rigoni
not
are in
loaded
the
in?
first 3 positions here.
Yeah, the pole sitter.
This is going to be very interesting.
This guy over here.
Vlad. Oh, hi Vlad.
I did turn on trading paints on the spectator machine, right?
Oh, straight into it. Oh my gosh.
Good luck, everyone. Good race, everyone.
Good luck.
It is happening, Rella and Shote. We are having some technical issues tonight. Good luck. Oh, slow start on the case of Vlad
Already missed the shift.
Tokarev, and off they go. We are going to watch this from Pod 1's perspective. Entering the turn 1.
Oh,
We are already getting some whoopsies. Let's pop.
oh, oh.
This seems like an excellent time to go through the slide deck, don't you think?
Okay, I'm not dead.
Hey, welcome to Night We
spinning in
Race,
that corner a lot.
Seattle's secret underground racing laboratory. Occasionally we do things that are interesting. Tonight is the August InVEEtational, a little event we put together to showcase my
sorry.
absolute favorite car on my absolute favorite track using a wide variety of both amateur and, I don't get to say this very often, professional race car drivers. Although, is a rally car a race car? Yes, a rally car is a race car from the back. The vehicle tonight is the Formula Vee, which is the babiest
other way,
Formula
so
car
rally
you can
car is
possibly
race
have
car.
in iRacing.
Absolutely.
My
It's
absolute
the
favorite
race
Formula
car.
vehicle. It is all of the guts of a 1960s Volkswagen Beetle put in a tubular space
this
frame
thing is unhappy
and
to drive.
given a little bit of aerodynamic package for its trouble. If you can reach 100 miles an hour in a Formula
if you
Vee,
got
you've
a
done
bullet,
something very right. As a result of all of these qualities, it's somewhat temperamental to drive as it is a manual transmission only, and you can kind of tell the difference between auto clutch and auto transmission Formula V drivers and drivers that are actually driving it with a real H-gate, because the drivers that drive it with a real H-gate are terrified of shifting back into second. We take them, of course, to Lime Rock Park, one of my favorite tracks because it is very, very small and has something for everyone. This is the Grand Prix configuration, which contains the famous chicane
that
at
sun coming out
uphill,
is cool.
the 5-6 complex, which is a true test of both braking ability and the ability to avoid the sausages on the side of the road. And then once you are at the 8-9 complex, it's really about carrying as much momentum into that straight as you possibly can. And when we're checking in with our local drivers, we will see if they can manage to maintain 96, 97, or even 98 miles an hour as they cross the lap marker there, because that is a signal that you have reached a good speed coming through 9. There is no news tonight.
That was sneaky, Vlad.
I'd go through the list of drivers, but as I didn't know for certain who it was going to be until about 15 minutes ago, we are not going to do that deck tonight. But we do have, amongst other people, seasonal regulars, Space Punies, and Mr. Goat. We've got 3 Jacks from Dirtfish, which is not a sentence I get to say very, very often. We've got K Fox and Gabrielle Remote. We've got, apparently, a Formula Vee assassin named Vlad Tokarev out there in the session tonight. He's just tearing up the track, and we're going to check in on all of them basically right now because that's all of the slideware. Let's go to the spectator cam. What am I looking at? I believe that I am looking at K-Fox.
Yeah, they got the suck.
And we are getting a lot of network stutter tonight. I apologize for that up front. I do believe that all the laboratory switchgear needs to be rebooted, but we did not do that prior to the session because we are not dumb. It looks like K-Fox is about to lose the lead. Maybe. Possibly. Going into turn 1 here. K-Fox sliding in behind and using the superior drafting ability of the V to attempt a slingshot back around, going wide to the outside, moving through the turn 3-4 complex. One of the really fantastic things about the Formula V is how effectively you can steer with the throttle. It responds exceptionally well to pointing, not even by dipping the nose down with the brakes, but by literally just lifting off the gas. Almost like a Porsche-induced oversteer. Look at them flow through that turn complex, up the chicane and up the hill, and this is where second gear really comes in handy sometimes. We are racing tighter than I expected coming through turn 8 and into turn 9. Let's go figure out who we can get a good camera on for this.
We're just doing it.
Quick check the HUD. Looks like it's actually my remotes here tonight. Your race pod 3 looks like they're up in that mess. Here we have here we have one of the 3 Jacks from Dirtfish here tonight.
Who's in pod 1?
Me.
Me is not helpful.
Who's on my inside? Ooh,
Thank you,
Casey,
sir.
get out of there!
I mean, you could just say Jack. You'll probably be right.
Statistically likely.
Statistically speaking, Jack is the best bet at guessing the name of someone here.
The session brought to you by Adult Grape Juice.
I
not the handsome
freaking
one.
love that. That was great.
Sarah Thomas out in the show.
All it is here is
Show, we're having the stutter thing again, and we've bounced all the relevant machines, so it's got to be the
No
network.
way you're not
And
getting a
obviously,
slowdown.
there's no way we can
I
fix that while the
absolutely
show
gotta
is
slow down.
running,
I'm
so
just
we're not
pacing it
going
out,
to.
you know? I'm working on it.
It's fine. It's
They're
good
on the way
enough.
with their slowdown penalty.
slow them up, slow them up, slow them up.
Tight racing the V here
They
tonight.
didn't do anything. They were racing you.
It's gone.
Casey Knight, aka K-Fox, kind of the points
Here, how about
star
drafts?
of
Pass it
season
back.
4 on Tonight We Race, walking away with the entirety of the season, with only 1 race not in first place, finishing
You're so gonna kill each other
the
at one
last
point.
race of the season in second due to the incredible efforts of Offside, who unfortunately could not be here tonight. Lots of people with important things to do on
Tonight we
Wednesday.
race.
I do not
Tonight we
understand
try
it.
not to
Look at
crash
them
each other
flow
while also
through here.
racing each other and just having stupid fun.
There is so much sweat.
Getting the HUD up here, that's
I love how
Casey,
Vlad is doing
Jack
the
in
smart
pod
thing, just
3,
chilling at the
also
back.
Jack but remote, and Vlad Tokarev taking
Almost
the first
ADHD that
4
out. I
spots
almost
on this
forgot
track.
to brake.
Up the chicane,
Okay.
look at that.
Just
That
say-
is
you
not
know,
the
that's a
best
smart
tree,
move.
if I'm being honest.
Maybe you can imagine.
Oh,
there's
we
a
can
flasher,
turn that down, hang on.
You know.
Are you saying they're being loud?
You probably jumped the start.
Look at them, look at all the fun that they're having.
The crash probably did it.
Were you upside down?
The move is made on K-Fox. Look at that. It's tough on that front straight when everybody's packed in like that because the draft on these things is for real. Jovial.
And now there were 3.
I believe that is going to put Pod 3 Jack out in front, followed by Vlad Tokarev right behind him and Casey Knight in third. Let's, without Shote and Tech here, this is a dangerous maneuver, but I'm going to try to swap to K-Fox's direct position here. Driver, give me, hold on. Give me pause 3 and give me camera chase. Oh no. Sausage car is done.
So, what was that catching us thing you were saying?
Ryan, I know you're watching this.
There we go. That's the party that I want. Look at them bunched up here. You do not see that every day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Formula V's you actually kind of do.
I used to despise racing at Lime Rock because literally every lap 1 and 2 heading into turn 1.
Checking in on the HUD here. We are 9 minutes into the 1 hour of the InVEEtational. InVEEtational. I really should pronounce my own marketing correctly.
Around Lime Rock Park ever again because I keep getting killed.
K-Fox holding pace with Vlad and Jack. The racing here so far has been exceptionally clean, wisely avoiding the sausage, flowing uphill out of the chicane. That's got to be pressure on Jack in Pod 3. He's got Vlad right up his exhaust pipe, conveniently located right where the nose cone would go. Vlad decides not to make a move here, but K-Fox is going to try. It looks like he got the drive coming down that hill. That's going to give him 1 position on Vlad, but is it going to take Jack? Owns the apex. How will he use it? Looks like he stays inside for the first half, comes back out, and tucks back in. That was definitely the move he needed to make here. We are seeing differential brake lockup up ahead as Casey enters lapped traffic.
In that case, time to play offense.
K-Fox not in traffic, locking the brakes briefly, coming around.
Well, but that's the dangerous place.
Seeing some very aggressive entries into the chicane. I am super impressed.
What's the points on it? How many points y'all got?
0.
I'm in 9.
Looks like K-Fox's pressure has left him behind as he gets down into business mode. Jack in Pod 3 and Vlad Tokarev looking to close the distance on the straight. They've got the drive. Casey does not have the benefit of the draft here.
Door to the Utah crew.
Let's go check in on the other local drivers. In Pod 1 tonight, Jack Harrison from Dirtfish. Jack, how we doing?
Solid night. Exciting first couple of laps, but maybe trying to find a rhythm. We'll see.
I noticed that your race car still has all 4 wheels.
Did have to pit for repairs, though. I think I'm pretty far back.
We will check in with you shortly.
Someone was on the inside of me.
Hey, Dirtfish is in tonight. How are you doing, folks? Your people are representing, friends. They are putting up quite a fight. Holy crap. In Pod 2 tonight, we have Space Punies. Hard to hear Jack and Echo. Noted. That's probably because I'm speaking very loudly and coming through all the sound sources simultaneously. Space Punies, of course, veteran of 4 individual seasons of Tonight We Race.
Rally rules, baby.
Hey, my rally raid car, I had
In Pod 3, Jack Rigoni, also of Dirtfish, and tucked in right behind K-Fox, who is nominally our pace leader here, and with Vlad Tokarev right in his rearview mirror. And in Pod 4, flowing through the chicane and uphill is Mr. Goat, who apparently was in some sort of thing with the Utah crew here not very long ago. What happened there? Turns out I do make all the sound, Rella. This is a very, very different show when there's only one person at the broadcast desk. I'm literally terrified to touch anything. I did not realize how complicated I make this for solo operation. Back out to spectator cam. Just giving us a blimp over K-Fox, still out in front with Jack Rigoni and Vlad Tokarev in 2 and 3. Rationing that clear air. An unfortunate off.
Well, good news is I don't have to worry about lap cars in front of me. Bad news is that there goes my suck.
Dirtfish, who's behind the camera tonight, or who's behind the keyboard tonight?
Hey, suck is PG.
Context dependent.
Yeah, I know. You just have to be watching it because, you know.
Derek, are you coming to the Secret Underground Racing Laboratory, Derek? I didn't know this. I mean, heck, we can do a show just for you, pal.
unless you went in the wall. And then I'm sorry.
Awesome, Brian. Thank you for coming.
I did not touch the wall.
Derek, will that be S-Class fits? Oh. It's PAX.
Where would you like it?
I'm sorry. I forgot. Whole other world. Yes.
To the outside?
You know, there was a brief period of time where we thought of purchasing expo space at West and putting the entire show in there and broadcasting live from PAX every night. We didn't have our act together at the right time to make that happen at any sort of economical value. But given the way things are shaping up, I strongly expect that we would approach Daisy next year and talk about what he can do for us on the expo floor. I think that would be a ton of fun.
Track's getting hotter now, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You know my shtick. You know what we do there. Just less bouncy robots and more driving cars.
Don't say anything.
Mr. Harrison appears to be having some having a moment here. Let's check in on him.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's cool.
Jack, I'm told you tell other people how to drive.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, don't touch me there. That is my no-no squid. Totally wrong context for that. but-
Sarah, you're apparently my soundtrack person tonight. Is everything better now?
Yonda's back there saving.
Yeah, the
fuel.
quad is totally misbehaving tonight. We are definitely. I'm pretty sure we are overheating the broadcast floor switch. That's a problem we'll just have to solve next week.
Oh no!
Oh,
we got a
things have
3
changed
second
up front.
slowdown. Oh shit! Oh shoot!
Good save.
One more notch in the drivers. Oh my goodness. Not 100% certain what happened here. I think it might have been K-Fox blowing the entry into the chicane. Our camera setup is way too high here. Let's drop back down behind. There we go.
How do you virtually miss a shift?
K-Fox in the unusual position of being behind other drivers on a racetrack.
Oh no!
One more notch on the remotes, you say. Got it.
I did not get a penalty for that. Well, Vlad, have fun.
Well, Shote, that's 30 minutes away, man. You want to bring a switch over right around pit stop time? I'm actually okay running the show from spectator cam. This is reasonably straightforward. You and Tech did an excellent job of wiring this up.
There's like a few clumps of cars. I'm just like off on my own.
K-Fox, without the benefit of the drafting air of Jack Rigoni and Vlad Tokarev's car, is unfortunately not making up the pace here that he might otherwise want to, and so he's forced to make it up by being very clean and very quick through here. Again, the V needs to hit 96, 97, even 98 miles an hour through here in order to actually have effective use at the distance on this straight. One of the unfortunate bits about the iRacing spectator system is while I can give you Casey's cockpit, none of his telemetry is accurate other than his gear. 10-second switch, pit stop switch. Like, the reality, dude, is that we have been running this basic setup for... When did we do the beta for Season 1? That was November, right? Or maybe even October? Like, these machines all need to be re-imaged. The networking gear needs to be re-imaged. All the cable needs to be reassessed. The carpet needs to be deep cleaned. We need to do all the things. But we're not going to do that because we may not be doing Season 5 from this facility. Just as a teaser there. Casey is losing sight of Rigoni and Vlad, and so we are going to instead go look at them using the power of buttons. Not those buttons. Not that button.
Yeah, I just have a
I might have to go do this manually because the drivers are not the correct drivers here.
John, I'm just trying to give you the aerodynamic advantage
And that's my bad. That's not a setup problem. That's actually, we can do it like this. We can do that. There we go. There's Mr. Bergoni.
Let's go, baby.
And we don't get his rear view, unfortunately. And we also don't get his side mirrors. That's unfortunate. Now, well, let's go watch this from Vlad Tokarev's position. Which I will find by reverse engineering through all of the drivers because we don't have the shortcut set up correctly. Oh, that's not right either. What happened? I think while we were checking on, no, he's definitely right in there. What happened to Vlad? Hold on, we're gonna go do surgery over at the broadcast desk. No, that's actually him, and he is actually out in front, which means what we actually need is this. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Vlad out in front with Jack Rigoni in his slipstream, hot on his heels. K-Fox barely visible in the distance as we round the corner in turn 8, down the hill through turn 9, and trying to get the absolute maximum possible value out of this straightaway.
Still got 40 minutes left, I think. I have no idea.
Lime Rock. Rigoni catching up. Is he going to hold? Ooh, look at the slip angle on Vlad. I don't get to say that very often. You know, a lot of people criticize iRacing as a simulator because it doesn't have enough slip angle in its operations. I think that is like, if you cannot produce slip in iRacing, you're driving the cars very differently.
The fear going into the chicane this close is so much fun.
Brian asks, why is the Utah crew so slow tonight? That's a great question. Let me go ask them. Let me just mute myself up here.
So I know those two guys up there are just nope, deal there it goes.
Please let Brian know that we pitted early. It is very strategic. Correct. Strategery. There's strategery involved here.
It's strategy.
We're just putting a lap down on purpose.
And I just pit because
Vlad out in front with Jack Rigoni hot on his heels. I am constantly terrified that I have the wrong Jack every time I say a Jack. I need a Jack cheat sheet. Where's my clipboard?
Derek's within 5 seconds. There goes that position. I got you. OG Hansen and Rigoni.
OG Hansen and Rigoni.
Yeah. I'm OG, British Bruce Hansen. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't buy it either, man. That's afraid to jack it up. Who would have thought that the professional drivers would be fast? What's really impressive here is Vlad. So Vlad Tokarev, let me tell you what I know about them. That is precisely nothing. When we set up this invitational, I decided that it wouldn't be fun if it was just all the usual suspects, and so we actually went out into there's a Discord that the Reddit sim racing community maintains. Somebody used the word maintains here loosely, but it is a good place to be. And I said, no, that's not what I did. I went to the iRacing Discord, which is a much more dangerous and fraught place. There's a channel there for one-shot races, and I posted the poster in there, and Vlad Tokarev showed up within like 15 minutes and said, what are the details? Like, all right, man, you're in. And that is the presumed gentleman that is currently sitting out in front. First time on the show, first time in the content, and currently making a race. This brings a pattern to Tonight We Race, which is every time we introduce a new driver, they clean the floor with everyone else. That's pretty cool. With that said...
No, sorry. Sorry, Kate.
Jack Rigoni is giving Vlad quite the run for his money. K-Fox now nowhere visible in this rear camera. If we look at the telemetry here, K-Fox is now back at turn 9. This has rapidly become a runaway race with 1 and 2, and that is pretty cool.
Next time you send Doritos,
Let's check in on our local drivers in reverse order.
Oh, see, I feel so much better. I thought you said
Mr.
cool
Goat
again.
appears to have shit all over his visor.
Wrong.
How many times can I say shit in PG-13?
Like 11.
Fuck. Fuck. Damn. Well, that gets censored for the highlight reel. Checking in on pod 3. I briefly forgot that Mr. Rigoni is local here. Look at the intensity. Look at that look. This man is taking this very, very seriously. Big slip angle on Vlad. Look at that.
Will the pit, will the chief say?
This is a 1-hour race, and the Formula Vee has a 6-gallon fuel tank. If you baby the car and carry a 1-gallon jerry can of gas in your lap, you might be able to pull off a no-pit race in the Formula Vee on Lime Rock.
should help on board.
Pedaling, guys.
Obviously, no one was allowed to carry a 1-gallon jerry can for safety reasons.
Ate your lunch.
And so everybody here is expected to make 1 pit stop before this race is over. And for these 2 drivers, the timing of that pit stop is actually incredibly important. Jack with not quite enough drive to get around Vlad here, and so he's going to try, my guess, to go wide and cut in late on turn 1-2. Vlad cutting hard inside. That's a defensive line here.
Wait, that's probably probably can't say that.
Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry.
Derek wins from all that.
Hell yeah.
Let's zoom it out. No, we have to watch the chicane. The chicane is where all the magic happens on this track.
Like, absolutely just paper lock.
I was using my brake marker, and I'm like,
Vlad getting very close to the left-hand sausage there. Also getting some curb on the way out. The V is, this term is overused, but very much a momentum car in the sense that any speed you bleed by touching things that have a vertical element to them is speed you have to make up later on a pitiful little 4-banger.
Blinker on.
And so, wait, hold on. Was the original bug a 4-banger? Is this a 3-cylinder? No. No, I don't think so.
want to do it, you got to do it in the chicane.
All right, here we go.
Vlad once again taking an extremely tight inside line there. That is not the fastest way through there, but it's definitely defensive, and it's going to keep Jack at bay. Cutting way to the outside, and that's what you have to do on this turn. He is riding the edge of grip on those tires. I suspect this guy has driven a Formula Vee before. Let's zoom back out to the blimp. Oh, right. It's like I have all the tools available to me. We're not in season right now, so we don't do the F-up clicker, but I'll take one of those just for shits. Let's check in with the local drivers. Mr. Goat in clean air, in clean traffic. Jack's fight we've talked about at length. Space Punies. Who are we behind? That would be Dr. Gould. Dr. Gould, depending on your point of view, the 2nd or 3rd fastest remote driver on Tonight We Race for multiple seasons. Notable for his knife fights with Conan and Offside. But we have also often said that Space Punies is the smooth menthol of the show, one of the safest and cleanest drivers.
Damn, that toe is way too powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
No, it's not good. I don't like it. It's only
Is Space Punies going to make the
when
move?
I get it. It's not good when you get it.
Or is the network going to crap out? Having a bad NDI night. I think it's time to reflash all the distro AV machines. What it's really time to do is move to actual physical hardware for this, but that's
Me getting the benefit actively suck it from you.
it's a separate problem.
There's the pressure aspect.
And Jack Harrison in clean air and not in traffic,
Oh, I don't. Not into the shit.
fighting his own personal battle. Let's go look in at some of the statistics here while we're waiting for the next fight to emerge. And we're going to do that by doing this,
Just keep pushing it.
and then this. Vlad out in front, and obviously, oh wait, tonight we race 3. Wait, hold on. God damn, it was the wrong jack. I keep getting the wrong jacks.
Racing got that so wrong, especially.
It's actually. It has
Hold
to
on,
be
I actually have to
flushed
go look
in
at all
or
my
else it's
jacks
not
now.
gonna go.
One moment.
Yeah.
This
and
is
how-
embarrassing.
That's how they do
you have
it.
to get the timing perfectly.
With race transmission.
We actually have a driver's roster. I don't know why I don't keep it up constantly.
It's.
Scare me.
Jack Ramey, thank you. Jack Rigoni is remote, and Jack Ramey is local.
I hate this rig.
I would like to apologize to all Jacks and their employers.
So many pedals down there.
You're
This is what
messing up
spreadsheets were
on
made for.
your still catching me. You just got like 0.3 seconds on me just by.
Yeah, I
Put
gotta
that
race
away.
like
So
a
checking in
slow
on
down
now correctly identified Jack Ramey. Still
no idea
nipping
what
at the heels.
pedal this is.
I appreciate your grace. We were wondering if it would just be better to use everyone's handles here tonight, but a number of people insisted on using their real names, so here we are.
I was talking and trying to downshift.
I admire that.
I've pushed to talk.
That's
so
like gentleman assassin level.
everything was.
Doesn't have a code name. His name is his name.
I'm gonna catch back.
Le Tour.
I just really want to be in your draft when you do it.
Jack hot on Vlad's heels here. What's interesting is that they are not generating
Pedal I'm hitting.
individually a place where this overtake is going to happen, which means it's either going to need to happen in traffic with another car playing the foil here, or Jack Ramey is going to have to make some sort of desperate move as we go here. We're about 50% of the way through this 1 hour race, 30 minutes in, which means that there's still plenty of time for all the drivers to fatigue and start making mistakes. Thus far, we haven't really seen a whole lot of that from these two.
Baby.
Beats me mercilessly right where you're sitting.
Yeah, I know because she could do it and I can't.
That is
Because I
a...
don't drive like this.
Yeah, let's get a rear chase
My
back
pedals
there.
are shoulder length apart. Like that's how wide I like my pedals.
I like the Vlad livery. Very, very simple. Plus, I have a thing for red and white, if you haven't figured that out already. The Discord is lighting up. I apologize. I can't go over to the Discord right now. That's one window too complex for me at the moment. There's a lot going on. Bringing it back out to the blimp. Let's go check in on that 7-5-8 fight there. That might be interesting to watch, and we are going to index through it like this. Oh, one more. Nope, one back. That's going to be Space Punies wedged between the 7 and 8 position.
See, it's getting silent. So everybody's thinking about that.
We can, of course, check in on him directly.
So the funny thing is, Applebee's followed me on Twitter like in 2011.
You made it, buddy.
I just like messaged us like, why'd you follow me? And then they like, follow me. It's like,
So you lost your sponsorship, man. Come on.
You don't like microwave food as much as we thought.
but I was
So
just- I
choppy
was just
coming
confused
directly
of
from
why
the
they
pods.
followed me.
We're going to go back out to Spectator because of that.
Don't
Back to the 1-2 podium fight of Vlad Tokarev and Jack Ramey. They are approaching the pack of traffic, which is when this is about to get interesting because they are both maintaining, I'd say offhand, a 1 second pace on the rest of the field here.
Digress.
Let's bring the cameras in.
To be fair there, a lot of microwave food and restaurant food.
Vlad coming up behind.
I hit the clutch pedal again.
Gavriel, who I believe hasn't driven a Formula Vee in approximately 3 years, so there's definitely something to be forgiven here.
Get a hammer to her rig and forcefully remove the pedal.
And the question is going to be, how much are these overtakes coming up going to impede Vlad such that there is an opening for Jack? We debated back and forth whether we wanted to have AI drivers tonight, but we figured as long as we pulled 10, that was probably sufficient. Gabriel rolling off there and not impeding traffic, and so the party is going to continue up ahead and moving to the number 6 position, which is
I hope so.
My visor just got
the Utah crew. Wait, I'm sorry, no, the number 6 position. Pardon me. Dr. Gould. Sounds like Space Punies just got. Let's check in there. Ooh, that's some close contact.
Alright, straight drag race. No brakes. Alright. Press 1 to brake.
Oh, Space Piece of Jack does his signature overtake move. What is up with him and chicanes? Look at that. What a hero. Recalling Jack Harrison doing that in the Porsche Cup car on Thruxton, of all places, I believe, which, if I recall, is Jack's home track. Well, that was exciting. Let's go back to the boring fight for first place. Vlad and Jack Ramey coming up on traffic at the end of the straight. Again, they are pacing the pack by about a second, and so this next segment where they're going to go through 6, 5, 8, and 7 is going to be interesting. The previous traffic incident, the driver pulled off for the blue flag quite aggressively, actually, if I'm honest, and that made that a non-issue. However, these next ones might not go so smoothly.
Same. If only I knew the button to do this, but none of them are labeled.
Yeah, so that's going to be on your right hand, the top button cluster, the top button.
It used to be.
It's not anymore?
But I think this rig got ghosted to an older version.
Oh, in that case, just wallow in shit, I guess. We used to have a button for that.
Well, I'll show me.
This is a strong indicator that the machines need to be re-blitzed from a common configuration every night, no exception. I will note that the general pace of the pack is picked up here. It's taking Vlad and Jack a little bit of time to get up here. It looks like they caught up about a second on that last lap, which I guess makes sense. They were probably 2 or 3 behind. Here we go. Vlad coming up to Space Punies. Space Punies is deciding to hang out. Jack Ramey still on the far side of Space Punies. He can see the red livery of Vlad up ahead. He is not currently benefiting from the draft, and that's probably not good. Wisely rejoining safely. A little bit of slip there coming out of Space Peony's car, flowing back outside and cutting back in. This turn complex is great because you can steer it almost entirely with the throttle.
No, I don't know.
Who is top 4?
Bro, you got me. I gotta do a drive-through.
Vlad up ahead on the other side of Space Peonies. Let's see what that looks like.
We are doing and down the
Coming up on K-Fox. K-Fox, who was out in front of this thing not terribly long ago.
Somebody get a phone out and record this.
What's happening?
Get a phone out and record this. I need to see this.
K-Fox now not in contention for the podium and an agent of chaos.
Turn the gas down.
Abort, button box moved.
Oh no.
Yeah, Casey, I was trying to put time on you, but I messed up the chicane, so I think I'm just gonna hit that.
Weird night. Triple horizontal versus vertical.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just like.
I do not understand the algorithm sometimes.
Whoever else up there. There it is. Holding. There it is. Holding behind. It just fuel saving out like.
Space Peonies and Jack Ramey executing an excellent and elegant passing strategy. And that's going to put Jack back in the fight. Mr. Goat, Reza sends their regards.
Oh, what's up, man?
Go from the leader.
Brake pedals, not the clutch pedal.
Is Reza vertical or horizontal?
Reza's a horizontal tonight. All of your glory on full display. Vlad gets around the position and now coming up on 7.
Hotspot complete.
Jack Ramey with one piece of traffic in between here and there. And we are, looking at the number,
Did not clean the visor.
40 minutes into this 1 hour race, which means Vlad Tokarev is 20 minutes away from 50 iRacing dollars. Mr. Goat, Jeremy sends their regards.
Oh, look at that. I got
You've got 2 fans in fan club tonight.
how many are in Dirtfish?
Well, Dirtfish itself, which is kind of a big deal, but the full weight of the socials brought to bear at Lime Rock Park. I will say, Mr. Goat, consistently bringing the most fans out in the crowd.
Three Musketeers AI thing.
Oh no.
God damn it.
Tonight.
The three Jack Migos.
That's right.
Gosh, this wheel is going to.
Jack Harrison getting the blue flag from the giant mess of pacing cars coming up from behind. Here's going to be the first one of them. Flowing through the chicane, just kissing the sausages, coming uphill. Vlad carries incredible momentum up through there. We are definitely going to save this replay and take some tips from this drive.
My crew chief called you out again as being a dirty racer.
Vlad now in the slipstream here. There is not going to be anything preventing him from eating this straight,
I have a license and
with
I've
the
been
exception of
using
possibly
a
network
license
latency.
Ever since I got it. And I usually keep
Vlad's
it
actually rolling at 200 milliseconds right now.
Chief is on
I actually don't know the
the
iRacing network stack well enough to know whether that's an advantage or disadvantage, but I think the moral of the story here is everyone's been racing so clean it really doesn't matter.
All 3.
Or it possibly knows is, oh, Casey's on a different ray and has no idea how to drive on a, what are these pedals called? The ones where you... Load cell.
Jack Harrison observing the blue flag and letting the leader through. Again, everyone racing extremely politely tonight, and I appreciate that.
Hyper firm pedal.
Of course, that's bad news for Jack Ramey, who is now 2 pieces of traffic behind the leader, and he's got to make play to live in that slipstream for a while to catch back up, or this is going to be the solidification of his second place. 18 minutes on the clock. Closer to 17.
Turgid pedal gang.
94, 95.
Nice flash of pedals here.
95 across the line. That number needs to read 97 to have a decent lap. So they're definitely starting the tire here.
I'm okay with hard pedals, but give me movement.
Oh, you're one of the ocean
I am motion of the ocean because I have no idea on how hard I'm pressing my leg because nerve damage.
One of the most impressive features of what I will refer to as the Conan crew here, that's the Space Punies, the Goals drivers, is how effectively they can smack talk and still maintain pace, a thing that I just cannot do. Uh-oh. Ramey gets through one of his obstacles, and now he needs to get through the second. He's got the pace, and he's in the slipstream. What's going to happen at turn 1? He makes his move.
Box now, box now.
Proximity alarm is good. He's going to take it. And now, once again, Jack is behind only Vlad Tokarev with 16 minutes on the clock. 41 laps in, and we don't really have a good view on his fuel because his black box display is actually behind his camera from our perspective up here, and so it's not clear what his fuel counter is doing, but if we see him run into the pits, I guess we'll know. K-Fox keeping pace behind Jack fairly effectively. The view from Vlad Tokarev's rear. He has basically put half of the straightaway between him and competition at this point. And we know from his open qualifier that in a zero pressure environment, he races pretty quickly. And so the Formula Vee assassin that came out of nowhere might walk away with this whole thing. Obviously, the rules and code of conduct are set up such that if anything happens to Vlad with such a substantial lead like this that smells bad in any way, shape, or form, we would roll the lap back and base it based on the last clean lap. So none of our drivers here, well, let's be honest, all of our drivers have signed a code of conduct, but none of our drivers tend to have the red mist here, so I don't expect anything weird like that to happen. Jack Ramey needs to pick up the pace here. He is approximately 1/2 straightaway behind, and now he's got, in addition, Dr. Gould on his rear making a move. Dr. Gould wisely backs off of that one. One of the things that we've seen Vlad do consistently here as he comes through turn 3 is he swings way to the outside, even dipping into the dirt between 2 and 3, and that's not something I've seen any of the other drivers do here, and so that's definitely something that we will examine in the replay at the end here. Jack in the chicane gets a little bit of that second sausage there, but moving quickly. From behind in Vlad's position, a full turn ahead down the hill. He is picking up distance. Unfortunately, we don't know if Vlad has any direct screen telemetry because he's a remote driver. I suppose we can look at his splits like this. Sitting at 5 seconds out there. I suppose we can go pull his laps. So that, to me, is an exceptionally dangerous set of lap times. That is 0.1 second consistency in a V on Lime Rock across 15 laps effectively checked here. We suspect that Vlad has done this before.
There's nothing else.
Thank you.
There's nothing else better.
Let's go find some drama. Here's some.
Yo, Italian BMT is the best thing ever, and it's just so good. Oh, if you get it toasted with...
That's going to be Jack Harrison coming up on. Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's a pit.
It just melts so... Yes.
tried to shake off the coat in the pits.
That got me.
Jack Ramey comes in and look. Oh, no. He's got a black flag on him.
Came in too hot.
Wait, PT's got a
iRacing, unfortunately notorious for its black flag system not being immediately understandable. Pit black flags are almost always drive-throughs and not stops, and doing a stop when you're meant to do a drive-through does not count. Hopefully that's not what happened here. Let's zoom back out. Space Puny's sitting in the pit right behind him.
Oh, they're doing tires. Okay. Oh, I got a 40-second penalty.
What? Speeding in the pit lane?
Yep.
We're hearing that someone got a 40-second penalty, 4-0.
The undercut.
Space Puny's back out onto the track.
That was enough fuel. Come on.
I love it when drivers say, I hope that was enough fuel. Checking in on Mr. Goat,
Not that many.
who's experiencing some blue flag conditions.
I still have to.
As he rolls downhill through turn 9 and onto the straight.
I wish I could see a fuel gauge.
We can change your view.
Fuel,
There's a fuel. Yeah.
It's on the black box. That's unfortunately the most useful place to get it. That's the right-hand dial clockwise. It's the one that sticks out kind of like a joystick.
Thank you. Hey, if you want top tier entertainment, Michelle's gonna walk up here and ask why.
They think you're going to get 8.8 laps out of that fuel tank. That might be enough. I mean, that's basically 10 minutes worth of racing on Lime Rock.
We're gonna go for it.
He's going to go for it. That's what we like to hear. And given that there are only 8 minutes left, that is a wise decision. Let's go check in with...
That's life.
I'm just going to say that's 1, 2, 3, 4 advances. Checking in with Vlad, the race leader right now. He is coming up on some lap traffic again, but probably not enough to cause any trouble. Jack Ramey, Jack Ramey at this point is sitting right here. Oh, that's K-Fox. K-Fox is back in second. Is that what happened while we were screwing around? Yes, it is. Casey Knight once again in second and Derek Gould in third. Is it pit strategy? We don't know. We haven't been checking in on them.
I'd have to gain like a second lap on you.
This is what happens when it's just Mara alone in the broadcast studio. We've lost all of our context coming from the camera desk.
There's like 8 minutes left.
4, 7. Let's call it 7 minutes to white flags.
I got 5 laps.
They, of course, have all that information directly in front of them.
That's not enough.
Oh gosh. Why?
I'm thinking of just like hypermiling the last few
Mr. Goat
minutes.
sideways, but pulls it back around and makes the race car go in the correct direction.
Says I have a little less than 3 laps of fuel, but maybe I can stretch it.
It's always interesting to see who plays with their steering wheel turned on versus turned off. Mr. Goat approaching the chicane. Braking, no shift, holding third. Not as smooth through there as he could have been, but didn't eat the sausage, and that's important.
Are you going a second up that hill?
Occasionally, but what I've learned from watching this race is that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't. Like, it revs out so much.
Like, I always shifted back to second on the theory that that uphill was extremely sapping on momentum and torque, but I've seen so many better approaches to that chicane than I traditionally make that it's not a factor. Utah crew making a move on Mr. Goat and gets through, however, did not have,
When I was racing Ford,
well, really much of anything there. They have nothing now. Vlad Tokarev coming up behind Mr. Goat. That would be the reason for the blue flag.
If you need a shift for like a little bit of power, just don't do it. You lose so much time just shifting.
And that's going to be beep beep. There goes the Roadrunner.
With these low power cars, momentum.
K-Fox about to get lapped, I believe, by the... what is blue flag? The blue flag is a racing flag that is waved at drivers that are about to be passed by traffic that is ahead of them on laps. Or more simply, it is a flag that slower drivers that are not in contention for a position are shown because they are about to be overtaken by a faster driver that is in contention for some sort of position. And depending on the racing league or the type of cars or the software, blue flags can be anywhere from mandatory to suggestions. In iRacing, they are, how they phrase it in the sporting code, strongly recommended, but not a requirement. You do not need to yield to a blue flag. Obviously, all of the rest of the rules still apply. In Tonight We Race, our drivers tend to honor the blue flag very aggressively, because even if you're not in contention for something, you know the person within swatting distance of you is, and it's always nice to let them through.
They said hi.
No, but like, you only get 3 minutes.
K-Fox racing from Michelle's pod tonight. Posing as Michelle in Discord. K-Fox and Michelle, a racing couple. And the banter between the two of them in endurance races is worth its own soundtrack. Oh, that's me. We don't want me. There's nothing good up here. There we go. There's Jack. Jack is probably going to have the fuel to finish this.
How much gas you got left?
Mr. Goat, I'm not so certain. One more check-in on Space Punies. Out on the straight before turn 1.
5 laps.
He is definitely going to finish with no fuel issues. Zooming all the way back out.
Alright, yeah.
And pulling the cars back by 1. There we go. That is going to be Vlad Tokarev.
One lap.
Vlad with approximately 2 minutes before he starts seeing the white flag, and in Vlad's current position, seeing that white flag is almost as good as seeing the checkered at this point.
Actually, yeah, I did not have to brake at all. I just shifted down.
I just blew up my motor. No damage. So.
Hey, yeah, no damage. You can definitely just, use that engine brake.
Look at the smoothness.
Is that what engine braking is? Braking your engine?
A masterclass on Lime Rock here tonight.
Jack, I honestly believe that.
For which he will take away
We did a lot of
50 iRacing dollars.
Wait, was that the visor cleaning button?
Yeah, space bar.
I've been dealing with that this entire race. I was afraid to hit any button on your wheel.
Oh no! Oh no!
Did you get
It cannot be. Why is Vlad in the pit?
Vlad just get a penalty?
Has he run out of the juice? What has just happened here? He might have been issued a stop and go. What's his incident count at? Hang on. Okay, well, that's super interesting. Not only is he out in front, but he also has an incident count of 0, which we assigned an additional $10 bounty to tonight. That is nuts. What a treat. What a performance.
On the relatives, if it's red, you're behind them a lap, right?
Yeah, relatives. Red is you're a lap down.
Alright, we got this.
Jack receiving his white flag. Nothing but fumes left in the tank, and Space Puny's hot on his heels. He veers into the center. Some might call that a defensive move. Space Puny's is going to have the apex, but let's see him enforce it.
Okay, this should be white flag.
Oh, of all the time for network jitter, how disappointing.
You're so mean.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing too.
You're out of gas?
Are you out of gas? Oh, no.
It's close.
GG.
It's only mean if it works. That's like I'm defending when I know what you're capable of.
How about that? What a finish.
Oh my gosh! Derek! Derek, I spun on the chicane! But I got it back!
And that is going to be,
That was so close. I almost just
with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, the end of our race. Vlad Tokarev coming out of nowhere tonight and pulling off not only a commanding victory over the field here in the August Invitational, but also, let's double check the numbers here.
Oh, that's a lie. Damn it. Those last few laps were epic, though.
That was fun. Good race in there.
Good race.
Also turning in a 0 incident race on Lime Rock Park. 0. None. Not one. Casey in second place on that with 5, which I believe puts Vlad's bounty tonight at 60 iRacing dollars, which is the biggest amount of money we have ever handed out as a door prize here, which is pretty amazing. Followed by Casey Knight and then Jack Rigoni in positions 1, 2, 3. They will be walking away with some iRacing credit that they can go use and buy cars and tracks. What a fantastic race. And here's the thing. That's all we have tonight. No Bring a Trailer Challenge, no interviews, no news segments. We just wanted to get together and put on a quick little 1-hour race for a little something, and that is exactly what we did here. So thank you for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. We will post the replay and the results in all of the appropriate places in Discord. Speaking of which, Tonight We Race is a community activity. We source our drivers from the community, do our session planning and training from the community, and we, of course, want you as part of that community, either as a local driver here in the Secret Underground Racing Laboratory, a remote driver over the internet, or just in Discord and shit-talking. We appreciate all of you. Thank you. I'm going to go hit End Show number 1 button, which should start the broadcast automation. At least that's working tonight. And we are going to be out for, I don't know, maybe we'll see you in a week, maybe we'll see you in 2. Nice work, everyone. It was great. What a drive. Holy shit, Vlad.
Yeah. What's that guy?
Vlad's fast.
Yeah,
man.
that was a bummer.
Yeah, good time.
I was hanging with Vlad for a while and I caught lap traffic and he
No, he like, I don't know if you can hear me. It's like, no.